the show. The Tech Talk Trio. Find out what they know. The Tech Talk Trio. Learn about AI. The Tech Talk Trio. From three geeky white guys. The Tech Talk Trio.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk Trio. I'm your host Huey, and as always, I'm joined by my two favorite tech geeks, Dewey and Louie.
What's up, folks? Glad to be here, ready to dive into some tech talk.
Hello, everyone. Looking forward to unpacking today's topics.
So, guys, I've been getting a lot of questions lately from friends who are a bit confused about difference between AI, machine learning, deep learning.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. It's like the tech world's version of is this a triangle or a pyramid? You know?
Well, it's a common confusion, given how these terms are often used interchangeably in the media.
Totally. And I remember when my aunt asked me if her new smartphone has deep learning because it recognized face. I was like, well, kind of.
That's relatable. My neighbor thought AI was just that movie with the kid from The Sixth Sense.
That brings back memory. But let's break it down, shall we?
Great idea. So let's start with AI. Artificial intelligence. What's the simplest way to explain it?
AI is basically the broader concept of machines being able to carry out tasks in a way that we would, if you consider smart.
Yeah, like when your GPS reroutes you because of traffic. It's mimicking human decision.
Exactly. So it's like giving machines the ability to think, or at least appear to think.
But it's important to note that AI is the overarching field. Machine learning and deep learning are subsets of AI.
Think of AI as the entire pie, and machine learning is a big slice of that pie.
Oh, pie analogy. Now you're speaking my language.
And so machine learning is a method of achieving AI. It's based on the idea that we can give machines access to data and let them learn for themselves.
Kind of like how we learn from experience. Remember when I tried to make sourdough bread during lockdown?
Oh, man. That was a disaster at first, but you got better over time.
Exactly.
I adjusted the recipe each time based on the previous attack. That's machine learning in a nutshell.
That's a great analogy. Machines adjust their algorithms based on data input to improve over time.
So then where does deep learning come into play?
Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. It's inspired by the structure and function of the brain, namely neural network.
Like layers of neurons processing information.
So it's like an onion, layers upon layers.
That's Shrek. It's got layers.
Right, precisely. Each layer processes data and passes it to the next layer. This allows for complex pattern recognition.
That makes sense. So deep learning is like machine learning on steroids.
In a way, it's especially good at handling unstructured data, like images, audio, and text.
That's why deep learning algorithms are behind things like image recognition and natural language.
So when my phone groups my photos based on faces, that's deep learning at work.
Exactly.
And when you talk to your virtual assistant and it understands you, that's also deep learning.
Gotcha. So to recap, AI is the big concept of machines doing tasks intelligently. Machine learning is a way for machines to learn from data. And, this reminds me of when I was teaching my dog Nutri. At first, it was just basic commands like AI doing simple tasks. And then as he learned from repetition, it was like machine learning.
So your dog is AI now.
In a manner of speaking, it happens down. And then,
Well, animals do learn that through neural networks in their brain, so the analogy fits.
Speaking of animals, did you guys see that video of the robot dog learning to navigate obstacles?
yes, that was wild. It was using machine learning, right?
Correct. It was trained using reinforcement learning, a type of machine learning where the AI learns by trial.
Here's a thought. Do you think deep learning will lead us to actual consciousness in machines?
Whoa, that's deep, pun intended.
That's a heavily debated topic. In deep learning models mimic certain aspects of brain function, but consciousness involves its self-awareness and subjective experience.
So we're not quite there yet.
But it's fun to speculate. Maybe one day we'll have AI co-hosts on this podcast.
As long as they don't steal our jobs.
Or maybe they'll make our jobs easy.
True. Speaking of making jobs easier, have you noticed how AI is being integrated into everyday tools?
Like what?
Well, think about email spam filters. They're using machine learning to identify unwanted emails.
That's a great example. They analyze patterns in data to predict what's spam and what's not.
And streaming service recommending shows based on what?
Yes. Sometimes I wonder how they know him so well. It's like they're inside my head.
Maybe they are.
It's all about data. The more data they have, the better they can make predictions.
But that also brings up privacy concerns.
Definitely. There's a fine line between helpful and intrusive.
That's why ethical considerations are crucial in AI development.
Agreed. We need to ensure that as AI becomes more advanced, it also respects user privacy and operates transparently.
Speaking of advancement, have you guys heard about GPT-4?
Oh, yeah! It's the latest in natural language processing models.
It's a prime example of deep learning. It can generate human-like text that's sometimes indistinguishable from what a person might write.
That's both amazing and a little scary.
Yeah, especially when it comes to misinformation. If AI can generate realistic fake news, that can be problematic.
That's why there's a push for AI literacy. But people need to understand how these technologies,
Maybe we should do an episode on that next time.
Good idea. Educating people on AI could help mitigate some of the risks.
Agreed.
So AI is like music, machine learning is rock, and deep learning is heavy metal.
Something like that.
Or perhaps AI is the universe, machine learning is a galaxy, and deep learning a solar system within that galaxy.
You will always take it to the cosmic level, Louis.
Well, whether it's music or the cosmos, the important thing is understanding how these concepts fit, right? And it would move together.
Agreed. Hopefully, we've helped clear up some of the confusion today.
I think we covered the basics pretty well.
And maybe even spark some curiosity for our listeners to dive deeper.
And pun intended again, dive deeper into deep learning.
You know me too well.
On that note, any final thoughts?
Just that AI is an exciting field with lots of opportunities, that it's important to understand fundamentals.
And to stay informed about how these technologies impact our daily lives.
Well said. Knowledge is power, after all.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out.
And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review.
Until next time, stay curious.
Catch you later on Tech Talk Trio.
Now it's time to go. The Tech Talk Trio. Thanks for watching the show. The Tech Talk Trio. If you like what you hear, the Tech Talk Trio. Like, subscribe.